Welcome to the Real Retirees of New Jersey, powered by Liberty Financial Group and Artemis Wealth Advisors.
Income is the outcome that matters most in retirement. Let me repeat that. Income is the outcome that matters most in retirement.
Randy and Peggy Fisher want to help you retire once and retire right.
Real Retirees of New Jersey podcast, all powered by Artemis Wealth Advisors and Liberty Financial Group. We invite you to reach out at any time, 908-844-8337, the realretireesofnewjersey.com. You can find all that in the show notes. My name is Mark Owens, and I need to start this week's podcast with an apology. Oh, and this hurts.
Thank you.
Last week, go back and listen to last week's show.
You found a bird with a machine gun? Or an ant with a machine gun?
We have a new Randyism. Because, here are some of the great ones that Randy has given us over the past couple of years. But these are like actually really financially solid and wise. The 5 Ps, prior planning prevents poor performance. The team, they design strategies to help you evolve with the economy. Hope is not a strategy. All of these are really good financial thoughts. And then last week he goes, if ants had machine guns, birds would be scared.
That's true. Think about that.
Yeah, I agree, Randy.
It's 100% true.
Yeah.
And then he told us the magical penny. Which would you pick?
Which you both doubted.
I'm still doubting it.
That's because you can't add 1 plus 1.
I still doubt it.
Okay.
Which would you pick, $1 million or a magical penny? Now, explain the process again, Randy.
So the magical penny is, would you like $1 million after 31 days, or would you like to take a penny and double it every day for 31 days? What would you like at the end? One is $1 million at the end of 31 days, or do you take the magical penny? I'll take the magical penny because it's worth 10 times that amount. 10 times.
Where did you get this magical penny from?
I found it with the magical beans that Jack gave me down the block.
Really? You got that from Jack?
Yeah, Jack gave it to me. If you double a penny, it goes from 1 cent to 2 cents to 4 cents to 8 cents to 16 cents, 32 cents, 64 cents, $1.28, $2.56. By the time you get to 10 days, it's $5.12. So you're like, listen, moron, this thing is not going to 10 million bucks. Then all of a sudden it explodes. So then it goes from $5 to $163 to $5,200 to $167,000 by day 25. Then you're like, well, you're still far off from 10 million. Next thing you know, by about day 29, it's 2.6 million. Day 30, it's 5.3 million. And if you double 5.3 million on the 30th day for the 31st day, you get to what? 10.7.
I like that.
So it's 10.737418. That's a lot of money.
I like that. I want a magical penny.
And then, as I mentioned, we were talking about procrastination. So if you missed the first day, you missed the whole one day.
Because you procrastinated.
You don't have 10 million, you only got 5 million.
Right.
And if you missed the first 10 days, you only got $20,000 instead of 10 million. But the moral to the story, ladies and gentlemen, is not to discourage you from starting to put away some money because you think you're behind the 8 ball. You can catch up pretty good. But delaying has consequences, right?
It definitely has consequences.
So, I mean, if you think about it and you do say, hey, I got home, I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball, some things went on in my life, I didn't really put away some money. You can figure out mathematically, if you say, hey, listen, I want $500,000 by the time I'm 65 and you're 50, or I want $2 million by the time I'm 70 and you're 40 years old, and you haven't started to put anything away, you can put stuff away pretty quickly. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And it'll start adding up very fast.
Bring your magical pennies to Liberty Financial Group and Artemis Wealth Advisors, and we will turn that money.
We have magical pennies.
Yes, we do.
We have many magical pennies.
It's a magic.
So just come on in, because the fact of the matter is you have a number of different avenues in which you can start saving.
That's right.
One of them being a free money.
Yeah.
401k. We just found out. I mean, one of the things I've talked about over the last number of years is Generation X, Generation Z, all these knuckleheads. I call them me, selfish generation.
They didn't want to save.
They didn't want to save for anything. They're now finally starting to save. But they are the very selfish generation in the fact that all they're waiting for is their parents or grandparents to die.
Yep, and they're going to get some
And
money.
they get a huge wealth transfer. By 2035, 2038, there'll be more people in the United States over age 65 than under age 65.
And that's a crazy number.
That's
it's a crazy number.
That's even hard to believe,
It is.
right?
It really is.
But the consequences to that are this. Everybody says, well, you know what, Social Security may not be around. Well, Social Security is in trouble because it's a in and out system. So when money goes in through payroll deduction and taxes, it comes out in the form of benefits. If we have by 2030, 43 million people are supposed to be turning age 65.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to tell you all of those statistically are going to retire by then, but it's a magical age because of Medicare.
Yeah.
Right? So one way or another, they're going to be qualifying for Medicare. If they come out of the workforce, whatever job that they're doing, that money is not going back into the Social Security system. If you think you're 40, 30, 20 years old and you're going to collect a Social Security check at the current program that we have, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
In fact, go find an ant with a machine gun because you're smoking dope. Either the age requirement is going to be raised for mortality purposes.
Like it was in France.
Number two is, or the benefits will eventually be reduced. Now, right now, on the back of a Social Security or Medicare report, it basically says they can reduce the benefits or not going to have enough money to supply 70% of the benefit now.
Yeah.
If you go to AARP's website, they tell you that there's a means test, MEANS,
Right.
doesn't mean angry. It means that there's a formula that the government can figure out.
If they think you made too much.
Correct.
You
right?
won't be getting that
or
money.
you
You'll get less.
Or you were studious enough to
Right.
put away some more money.
Right.
And you said, I'll sacrifice in my life and I'll put away money for tomorrow. If they say, you know what, you have too much, we're giving it to whoever it is over there. They're going to get it instead. Mm-hmm. Does that suck? Yeah, that sucks
Yeah, I
because
think
here's
there
the
should
story.
be an uproar for that one.
What happens to all the people that are heading into retirement that they were counting on that guaranteed money?
Oh, yeah. That's a
right?
paycheck sometimes.
And 74% of all Americans these days that are on Social Security, it's
That's
their sole paycheck.
Correct.
Geesh,
Yeah.
you ain't kidding. And that's because they didn't put away any money.
Right.
So now they don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, and they're subject to what? The government telling them what they're going to get or not get.
Right.
So you can either be proactive in life or you could be reactive in life. If you're proactive in life, I don't care what age you start, it's going to be a better scenario because you control the outcome.
Save your money, folks.
Right?
So they didn't start with 1 penny and then double it. And double that.
Everybody starts with 1 penny.
And so on, and
Everybody.
so on, and so on.
I see. I started the show with an apology to Randy because he sent me the link to the Forbes article
I don't need apologies. I don't need them.
because I
It's okay.
But I want to listen. I'm a man of my word. I just want to say I apologize
appreciate
for
that.
doubting you.
All right. How about this? Do you know about the Rule 72?
Talk to me.
Rule 72 is if you take 72, the number 72, and you divide it by a number, that number can either be the number of interest rate in which you're receiving, right? Or let's say the number is the inflation rate.
Uh-huh.
It's going to give you the number of years it's going to take in order for that item to double. So I'll give you a case in point.
Okay.
If I have a 7% interest rate and I divide 72 by 7, it's going to take me approximately 10 years to double my money.
Right.
If I got a 10% interest rate, 72 divided by 10 is about 7.2. It gives me about a 7.2 years. What if I got a 1% interest rate? That's absurd.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it takes years and years and years and years and years and years to double your money.
Is it
that's
sad
absurd.
that I literally
That's going broke sadly.
Yes.
I
Going broke sadly. That's a good one.
I literally opened my calculator to do 72 divided by 1.
So I was
No,
doing-
you didn't.
Yeah, I was doing that.
I did. I looked at both of you. You know, I'm like, do you really need me to give you the number? 72 divided by
Don't
1
you
is
love
what?
though? He'll ask a question and both of us were like, okay, we'll just.
Well, the funny part about it is you both go to grab your calculator or you go to Google. So,
All right, a train leaves Cleveland going 45 miles an hour. One leaves New York
Is it the
going
SAT?
72 miles an hour. At what time is dinner served? Go.
Yeah, and
you
he
go.
loves playing them games on his phone. He loves that kind of stuff. I guess they say it is a brain teaser, right?
listen, you need like ginkgo biloba or something.
Yeah.
All right. You need like an MRI.
Yeah, of the brain.
No, of your ass.
Oh yeah, I'm married
your
to
brain.
you. You're right. I need.
But let's give you of your ass too, because they may find your brain in your ass.
Married to you, buddy. I definitely need the MRI.
Is love. You can meet both Randy and Peggy with that first initial. It's
Called compound love.
It's what happened when two advisors fall in love. It's compound interest over time.
I can't wait to go deaf. I'm still trying to get lost in my house.
Selective hearing is fantastic. Hey, Randy, I want to go back to something you mentioned a couple of minutes ago about the silver tsunami. Was it be like $86 trillion that's going to be passed down in the next 10, 15 years?
Yeah, it's some
something crazy,
unbelievable
unheard of,
number.
right?
All right,
Unbelievable.
Two-part question for you. Number one, let's say I know, and you mentioned it, the people who are just waiting on that inheritance or waiting for that to be passed down. What do they need to know right now? And then question number two, if I am that boomer preparing to pass down my legacy, my inheritance, what do I need to know?
All right. The first one is the boomer. Spend it all. The other one, get on a treadmill and live real long.
Yeah.
Or call us and tell us what we're going to do with that money.
Realistically, I mean, regardless, it's one of these things where money comes and goes to people, right?
Yep.
So you can be sitting on a parental gold mine that you think is potentially going to be passed along in an inheritance.
Yeah.
That any mistake, lawsuit, or bad decision can change that value and reduce the number of zeros that you think are coming to you.
Yeah. We actually, crazy enough about this topic, we just had a client call us at the beginning of the week talking about how she was going to be coming into money. And I said, well, okay, what do you mean by that? Is this a will, whatever? How about this, Mark? She says, Johnson & Johnson, I believe, her sister, the talcum powder. Did you hear about this? Like the talcum powder was bad. And so if you use the talcum powder,
Class action lawsuit.
It was a big class action lawsuit.
Is that the same thing as like the weed killer that I keep getting, or the Campbell-Lejeune water or whatever it is? Yeah.
Well, how about this though? This is like for real. So she's like, they just sent me a letter.
The other stuff's not for real.
No, they sent her a letter stating, how about this? So the sister passed away because of the talcum powder, whatever, like cancer. Then it went to,
she was snorting talcum
Then it went
powder
to her children. Unfortunately, the child that she had also passed away.
Oh.
So now our client, who is her sister, is the next who is going to get that money. She's like, so I should call you on that? I'm like, yes, you should definitely call us when you get that money. But it just goes to show you, who would have thought that this, passing down of a lawsuit to 3 different generations.
I can also give you stories where beneficiaries thought that their parents were multi-millionaires, and when they actually got the death claim, it was like a couple $100,000, or it was like $10,000.
Correct, right.
And then they're like, well, where'd all the money go?
God,
well,
right.
Guess what? They either spent it or they made some really bad decisions.
Exactly, right. Oh,
so those things happen.
And we do see these with the clients. That is true.
Without a doubt. So if you think that your retirement plan is waiting for your parents or grandparents to send you a check because they passed away,
start saving.
Start saving.
Yeah, you got to start saving.
Be proactive. Because
and the earlier
here's the
the
other
better.
thing. They may not even like you by then.
Yes, that's true.
Right? How many times do you ever hear these people that are like, let's read the will, and little Mary or little Sue is gone from the will because they didn't get along with the step parents or somebody else.
Another great thing, we had a client who came in, unfortunately, had the spouse pass. And I said, well, who is the next beneficiary that you'd like to give to? And they had, a son and a daughter, and they wanted to give it to just one. And then he looked at me and he's like, do you think that's bad? And I didn't say a word, but I guess my face, but my face told the story, and he goes, all right, 50-50. I'm like, yeah, I think that'll be better. Like, I feel better about it. I don't know about you, but.
I love when they say they can't even stand their kids anymore, and they just want it to go to their grandkids.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah,
so
that's not so bad.
Oh, it's not a bad, but it's a shock. Think about this.
I know.
What if you thought that, okay, when mom and dad pass away, I'm going to get a windfall. Next thing you know, it goes to your own kids.
Yeah.
So, that's a different
Or to
story.
the church, or to Tabby's place.
Cat sanctuary.
Cat sanctuary. Like my mother's going to send all her money there.
Hey, listen, to his their own. You can do whatever you want to do.
The cats are getting it all.
Listen, that's called oxygen deprived.
How about the guy from Jersey, the local, who won a $273 million lottery right after getting divorced?
Yeah.
Did he?
Good thing good thing it was after he got divorced.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And she had
because
to
he would have had to split. If they weren't divorced yet, he would have had to split that.
Mm-hmm. And apparently she had to pay him alimony because he didn't have a job.
No.
Yes.
Oh my, that's crazy. Yes. Or how about we were talking about the whole Hogan estate? How we were saying how.
There's another good one too.
Yeah, the daughter just opted out. She was like, I just don't want to be in it because I don't want to have to deal with the nonsense.
Where are you guys getting all this information?
Yeah, but you know what? But Mark, I looked into that. You know what? So she opted out of his will, right? Because she didn't want to fight with everybody who's in that will right now. Mm-hmm. But they did say he had a nice life insurance policy of which she is the beneficiary of. And so, she just had twins. So she said the twins' college is paid for. So
that's good.
That's the kind of way that they looked at that.
Is that like when they say Bill Gates' kids aren't getting anything?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, come on.
You never know with these people.
Bull crap.
Yeah.
That feels like a good talking point. I'm not giving my kids anything.
I'm not giving them anything. My $77 billion is going to charity.
Yeah,
bull crap.
Right. Yeah,
I don't
fake
know.
Going to a
that
trust
fake charity that I
and
created.
who actually runs the trust? The kids.
The kids.
And what do they get paid? $14 million a year.
Yeah,
Come
right.
on.
Clinton Foundation.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good story, though, about the power of legacy, as we're talking about boomers who want to pass money down. And Randy, as it goes, Brooke Hogan, Hulk Hogan's daughter, she didn't like his manager. She didn't like the way his money was being handled. So she
Yeah.
opted out of the will. Then obviously
Yeah.
he passes away, and apparently they had a strange relationship. Whatever, not our business. But that is something to be said about when you create, and I know you're not lawyers, but I know you can help create wills, trust, legacies.
There
How about
is.
reviewing all of that stuff right now with the Big Beautiful Bill that they're now renaming because they don't like the name Big Beautiful
Oh,
Bill?
really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You didn't hear that?
No, what are they
Yeah, no.
naming it?
Yeah, I don't know what they're naming it,
Yeah.
but they're naming it something else. And Trump's like, we made the Big Beautiful Bill to get it passed, but that word that doesn't make any sense. Let's rename this thing to
Yeah.
something better because people don't understand it. And it is true because there's a lot of stuff in there that's really good.
All 904
904 pages.
Yeah, right.
Crazy.
Exactly.
So, but one of the things I was getting at was the estate planning concept
Yeah.
within the Big Beautiful Bill. They've now raised the the limit of assets in which you can transfer from one generation to another
Yeah.
to $15 million per person.
That's pretty good.
Now that's unbelievable
Yeah.
when you take into consideration most of America doesn't have 15 million.
15 million, right.
And if you're married, that's 30 million. Now you have to divide the assets correctly, and they also have to have it indoctrinated into your will or trusts prior to you passing away.
Right.
It's like, I always tell people it's like a parachute. Before the plane goes down, you have to have one on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? You can't hit the ground and then just pull the ripcord. Same thing with life insurance, same thing with estate planning.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you have those
You have
things
to
in
have all
place.
those things in place prior to something bad happening.
And also a review, like I said, we've had clients where the husband and wife were divorced. They just forgot they had a life insurance policy, and then when the other one passed, the new spouse thought they were going to get something.
And
like,
in the goodness of their heart, they're
Yeah.
going to basically do what? Hand it over?
No,
I don't
that's
think
not
so.
gonna
That's
happen.
not the way it works.
No.
Nope.
So yeah, you always got to review all of those things. Absolutely.
By the way, they want to call it the Work and Family Tax Cut Law.
Oh,
now.
you went to the Google.
I did.
Yeah, working family tax cut. Okay,
I like
the
Big
big
Beautiful
beautiful
Bill.
bill. I like that. That's
So
better.
far, I'm correct a lot, ain't I?
Oh my God, how do you live with that all the time, Peggy?
Oh God, I want to shoot myself. Are you kidding me?
Wow, that just got dark
Listen,
real fast.
it is so hard being right so many times.
Thank you for hearing me, Mark. Now you know. Now
We're in this
you
together.
know. Oh, thank you. I gotta
You know
be
what I've
better at-
learned? There needs to be a villain and there needs to be a hero in every scenario.
Every hero needs a villain. That's it. One more question for you before we wrap things up on this week's podcast.
We're done already?
You were mentioning Social Security a couple of minutes ago. What about for spouses, whether working or not? Does that make it more complicated?
I don't think it makes it more complicated. What's complicated to some people is they just don't know what the
I think
the
most people
rules
don't
are.
have a clue
They
about
have
Social
no
Security.
clue. They don't.
And what
we-
they think they know, they're
Yeah.
probably 90% wrong.
And we
anyway.
see that in the workshops because Randy will ask questions and then people will be shouting out answers and he's like, no, like, like no.
Or just the simple fact that they really don't know if they're married and one of them passes away. Most people do know that some of the money disappears to some
Right.
degree,
But you could take the higher.
but they don't know that one of them is going to lose the lowest payment.
Right.
Or I should say the survivor is
Yes.
obviously going to lose the lowest payment.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of times what happens is husband and wives are going through retirement. They're living up to their eyeballs or, their needs are just being met. And God forbid something happens where one of them passes away. Let me give you an example. Let's say I have one of the spouses, and it doesn't matter which one. One of them's getting $3,000 a month, another one's getting $1,500 a month, which is half.
Yep.
Right. One of them passes away. $1,500 a month, $18,000 a year disappears.
Yes.
Right. Now, if you didn't take Social Security prior to passing away, how much money do you get? Again, another trick question.
Silence, Mark.
I can't Google. I can't Google.
I know.
I'm not that quick.
I am. I'm
another
going.
question to
I'm
ask.
trying. I'm trying.
$255.
Yes, it's $250.
You get $255. You
Randy
don't
was-
get what you put into the system.
Yeah, no, I
Nobody
know.
gets a death benefit on Social Security. It's not like you
know.
get what it's worth, right?
yes.
So if you don't actually incorporate Social Security into your income plan and you pass away prior to initiating it, it's gone.
Yeah.
Nobody gets it.
Right.
Right? Well, somebody gets it. It's somebody else is going to get
Yeah.
it. But all the money goes into the hopper. You get nothing. So again, it comes into, income planning and retirement planning. Most people want to retire as soon as they possibly can. They don't know what they want to do, but then they also have to make sure ends meet. Should you retire at 62? Maybe. Should you retire at 65? Maybe. But I can tell you this with probably a surety. If I took Social Security at 65 instead of 70, I can do a lot more things at 65 than I probably can do at 70.
Yeah,
Right.
You never know what can happen.
Right?
You might
That's the
not get
difference
$1
between the
of that.
go-go years, the slow-go years, and the no-go years.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So, and again, there's lots of other planning techniques in which you can do to say, well, maybe, can I retire at 62? Right. Well, you can't decide whether you're going to retire at 62 at 61.
Right.
Right? You need to start thinking about retiring at 60 at 50.
Exactly.
Or 62 at 50 or 40. Because at that point, you can start squirreling away little chunks of change that create bridges from 62 to 65 or 62 to 67 to maximize Social Security payouts, to give you a little slush fund or a pirate chest of money that you can use for what? Healthcare? Healthcare is huge. It's probably the biggest reason why people don't retire early.
It's because of that.
Right?
Exactly.
So, I mean,
we hear that all the time.
Here's a tip, ladies and gentlemen. Write this down. Take into consideration an HSA, Health Savings Account. If you don't have a health savings account, get one, create one, look into it. You can put away up to about $8,300 per person. It comes off the top of your income. So what that means is you've just lowered your income by $8,300.
Right.
And it's deferred, and you can use it for any type of medical expense.
Anything.
You can use it for gym memberships.
Yeah,
you can use it for prescriptions, co-pays, dentists,
deductibles, all
dentist, Mark.
Yeah.
Too soon,
right?
Man. Too soon.
I know. I didn't mean to rub a little salt in the
Don't upset him.
But think about this. Let's say, okay, realistically, I'm 55 years old. I want to retire by age 62. There's a 7-year window there that you can put away $8,300 a year, not including any accumulation in that damn thing. So let's just round off the number to 8,000. 8 times 7 is 56 grand. $56,000 chunk of change. Do you think $56,000 can help you pay for a health care coverage from 62 to 65 for 3 years?
Does that include teeth?
It includes teeth. Includes. I was going to go back to my rear end, but we'll keep that one off.
We're always
there.
going back there.
Eye doctor, hearing aids, all those good things, right? So with that into consideration, if you are going to potentially retire by then, or you want to, you can be proactive, but you need to be proactive earlier. And that compounding effect takes into consideration that growth of that money. I didn't even put a growth rate on that 56 grand. It's probably going to be closer to 72,000 at a nominal rate of return. If you had a $72,000 war chest that you can use for health benefits to retire early from 62 to 65,
priceless.
Why wouldn't you?
Priceless.
Yeah. Right?
Yes.
Because at 65, you start to collect Medicare.
Yep.
At 62, one of the biggest expenses that you are going to have is medical deductions,
right.
medical expenses.
Right.
So if you can keep that out of your budget because you have it already squirreled away, which is not going to affect your income, even if you got a part-time job and you're collecting Social Security at age 62, plus some other money you have sitting on the side, you're still living.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in your go-go years.
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, proactive, reactive. Ladies and gentlemen, be proactive. Yeah. Seriously. And if you're not proactive already, come to a planner or find a planner or planners that can help you create an active plan. And what an active plan means is not something that you write down on a piece of paper and you're going to be held to it to the rest of your life. It's a living document that constantly changes that you need to revisit every 6 months, 3 months to make sure, number one, you're on track. 2, did life change or did any of your ideas change? And 3, to report progress.
Right.
Where are you?
Give us a call. Let us help you. Don't go to other planners, like you said, man.
Go to Peggy.
Come to us. Liberty Financial Group, Artemis Wealth Advisors.
I'm the villain.
908-84. You're a brilliant villain, by the way.
You are.
Most villains are.
Yeah. Villains.
Villians.
What's a villian?
That's like a crocodilian.
Our English ain't great, but
that's a crocodilian vidillion. That's like a Vidalia onion. It's a sweet kind.
844-8337. Again, 908-844-8337. What are you procrastinating? What are you waiting on? Give the team a call. Reach out online, therealretireesofnewjersey.com. You can find both of those here in the show notes. And speaking of go-go, we got to go-go.
We got to go.
We'll be back soon. Thanks so much for listening. This has been the Real Retirees of New Jersey podcast, all powered by Artemis Wealth Advisors and Liberty Financial Group.
We are an independent financial services firm helping individuals create retirement strategies using a variety of financial and insurance products to custom suit their needs and objectives. Investment advisor services offered through Artemis Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendation to buy or sell any financial vehicle. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments can fluctuate and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. Artemis Wealth Advisors is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Please consult with your attorney, accountant, and or or tax advisor for advice concerning your particular circumstances. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Randolph A. Fisher, insurance license number 9616074, and Liberty Financial Group, LLC, and Peggy Fisher, national license number 189-42003 and 570-5833.